Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, here we have it, the long awaited update on Metalco. Alright, for those of you that are just visiting my channel for the first time or only occasional viewers who have seen Peckham Junction in the past, sadly Peckham Junction is being dismantled. Those of you who might recognise this wonderful Buckman Scencraft engine shed or maintenance shed was on that layout, as well as that grounded loco, which is an old class Hornby Railroad class 47 body. Don't look too close, but it's actually slightly shorter than it should be because, yeah, I tried putting it on a different chassis a while back. I hate with a vengeance the Railroad Plus. Any serious modeler should avoid them. Anyway, my class 60s, both of them. Steadfast here is a Hornby, but it's chalk and cheese. Heavy, 5-pole, pretty sure it's a 5-pole flywheel motor, twin flywheel motor, 21 pin with an HMDCC Bluetooth decoder. So this loco and my other DB Schenker one has restored a little bit of faith in Hornby, especially with the diesels. Anyway, aside from that, getting distracted, this is the new module. I'm still a bit short of space. Yeah, Peckham Junction had to go because of my foray into O. So those of you that want to see that micro layout, I am a micro layout guy. I don't have a big railway room, but I love point-to-point micro layouts and shelf layouts. My dream is to maybe have a round the room shelf layout in the future, but it probably will not be continuous running. It might be a horseshoe shaped. I like the concept. I like that you can finish things to a higher detail with a smaller layout, and it's more prototypical. Anyway, aside from that, yeah, so I had to make a decision on what I had two 00 layouts, and in the end I decided on keeping Metalco, which I preferred. I can't put my finger on it, but there was this Peckham Junction needed another either scenic section or a 1.2 meter long fiddle yard to actually make that run properly. But yeah, without a run around track, there was just something just didn't work operationally, and just the way I constructed the box with a lid made it hard to light. Anyway, such is life. So yeah, I have one 00 layout, Metalco, and one yet to be named O gauge steam error layout. Okay, so this one is built so it can be expanded upon, and or can actually be a diorama and a small micro layout in its own rights, because eventually maybe a longer section will go on the end of the layout here. Anywho, sorry for the waffle. So essentially at the moment, this is the much needed head shunt for Metalco to be able to bring a train all the way along, cross the throat of the yard into Metalco metal recycling, and so I can reverse shunt wagons back into the other sidings. But I wanted to actually make a scenic section rather than just an unscenic fiddle yard. The plan is probably, if I can squeeze it in, another small line that runs down there, to be able to store a couple of spare empty wagons for the scrapyard, or even stable a locomotive. So yeah, watch the space. Plenty to be done. Alright, so this is the Metal Co layout that you guys would have seen. Panning back here. Still going to have this unscenic section in the middle, because I hope to exhibit it at an upcoming exhibition later in the year, if I get accepted. I just removed track and all the much better points that were on Peckham Junction, and had to completely rewire the section because there was dead spots here. So now it runs a bit better, but my signals have stopped working, so I've got to look at that. So, but anyway, so that area can be accessed from the back at exhibitions. So back panning to the main layout. Still lots to be done. Alright, we'll start with the back of the layout. There's going to be some low relief scenery and structures along the back there. That gravelly section is going to be bitumened, and I'm going to somehow try and make it look like just at the end here the road curves around and goes behind. So rather than just having a dead end there. Alright, so some more vehicles. Up here, sorry, that's just the base of the lamp, which is temporarily lighting the layout. Yeah, I've purchased some little LED, really cool little LED lights off AliExpress in China. It was about $5 for a packet of 10. So I'm going to put a light inside that that freight depot, and put a couple of lights on the outside of the building, so that will look really good too. Down here, this Metcalf barn was also on Peckham Junction. That's also going to have a little light, probably just over the doorway. So that guy's sort of very tired and he's leaning against the wall. You can see the light tower there. I really love that. That's going nicely. Down to this low relief shed, which depicts big truck shed where the trucks from various suburbs and areas around drop scrap off inside the shed. It gets pushed out onto the loading platform to be loaded into the wagons that go to probably the steelworks. Alright, recycling and melting down. So there's going to be a light hanging off the front there, and probably another one there, possibly even one inside there. And I'm going to have a go making a couple of street lights to also put along the backboard there of the layout, so it's going to be nicely lit up, so which will make for some nice nighttime shots or early morning scenes. Okay, the other thing that's coming is I'm going to upgrade stock that doesn't have KDs, put some KDs on it, and also upgrade some of the KDs that are on the stock now that have had the whiskers trimmed off, because previous layouts and that I was a bit of an idiot and had my ballast too high and found that the whiskers would scrape ballast between the rails, not realizing that it was a ballast issue, and I just trimmed them off because at that point in time I wasn't looking at automatic coupling and uncoupling. So I have bought some KD magnets. So each siding, or spur as Americans call it, will have a KD magnet in the throat of it, and plan is that I've got at least two delayed ones, which means that it'll you can uncouple and the knuckle stays in the open position at the top area there of the siding, and then the loco can push it down further into the siding and then still pull away uncoupled. So that's going to be a bit of fun. Got to fix that signal, and there's going to be another one over in that other tunnel entrance there. Alright, following this there'll be a little bit of running, and once I've got everything running smoothly, in the next 7 to 10 days, I'm just going to film, time permitting, work permitting, a running session, an ops session, and give you an idea how the layout will operate. Alright, still fine-tuning the new section, which is just down there. Wishing I made it another 200 millimeters longer, but I have a door there. Alright, so I had to make it this size for the time being. Alright guys, we're already at 12 minutes. We'll end here, and subscribe, like if you haven't already. Don't forget to share my videos, and keep your eyes open for new videos for both this and the new Ogos channel. Thanks guys, really appreciate your support, and I just want to prove to all you guys that you've always got room for a model railway, you know. Can't say I don't have space, you know. I want to prove to you you can actually have fun, actually complete a layout in a reasonable amount of time for not too much money, and have fun. You don't have to have a whole room filled with track and struggle to fund scenicking it and lighting it and doing everything you want to it for a reasonable amount of money, especially with the cost of living these days. Alright, I'll sign off for now. All the best. Take care of yourselves. Be safe.